So my name is Jeremy Debarry, and I'm a research scientist in Dr. Jessica Kissinger's lab at the University of Georgia. So I'm actually going to be a senior bioinformatics analyst on the project, as well as an IT coordinator. And so my role is really going to be twofold, working with the University of Georgia team as well as the other cores in order to provide both a platform for data exchange so that we can get data into and out of the other cores and everyone can share data. And then on the actual biology side, we're going to be developing tools and resources so that we can ask biological questions about the data that the cores are generating and to help them ask their own biological questions as well. So systems biology, as the name implies, at least to me, and this is a little more the bioinformatics perspective, is the ability to look at a broad range of what an organism is doing. In this case, it's a host-pathogen interaction question, right? And so we want to be able to ask questions not about one gene, one sequence, or one protein, but about really broad aspects of parasite biology and host biology and that interaction. And so what we're going to be doing is looking at proteomic data, functional genomic data, lipidomic data, all of these different omic types of data to try to form, really using bleeding-edge technology, as complete a picture as has ever been seen of exactly what is happening at many different levels as the host and the parasite interact with one another. I actually started purely as a bench scientist, and I remember when I first got asked if, on my very first small bioinformatics segue, if I was a Mac or a PC person. I didn't even know the difference. But really getting a little bit of training in bioinformatics, I realized very quickly exactly how much power the methods provide and how we can ask biological questions that can't be easily asked at the bench, but more importantly, we can provide perspective so that experiments being done at the bench, in vivo, in vitro, we can actually help them place their experiments in context, as well as providing leverage to make the most use of everyone's time. And so I started off looking at genome evolution, which is very interesting, but one of the reasons that I got into genomics at all was because I believe it's one of those fields where the time that you put into it is really worth the payoff, especially in the sense of being able to help us understand the world around us, and in the sense of the MaHPIC project, to be able to understand, this particular disease pathology so that we can actually use what, in my case, what I've learned to help people and actually hopefully make an effect in their lives.